I am ecstatic that you made it to this update. And do you know why? Because I'm talking to a camera, but I know this is reaching through these sound waves people that are interested in the weather. So ultimately, this update's about you. Yes, viewer, you. So with that being said, good evening. It's 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Happy birthday to my mom when you watch this. It's her birthday. Everyone wish her a happy birthday, but you can't because the comments are disabled. So she knows. She knows. All right. So we're going to take it slow. This is going to be an easy rider update. We're going to do our winter hint, but we're going to also look into some severe weather. Very unusual cold front. It's basically negatively tilted and it's heading from Colorado to Texas. It's not, it just, you can see how that looks a little bit unusual. Nevertheless, we do have some storms over Colorado, eastern Colorado. And for better or worse, this is not loading. So we're going to just skip to NHC, National Hurricane Center. Pacific or Atlantic's all clear. We have 2 storms in the Pacific. I'm not concerned about them. There's not really a big chance of them developing. So we are going to... Man, I feel it pull towards the Jamstack again. Let's go towards the Jamstack model. And it's kind of funny that I have this pull towards it because we've reviewed it so many times. But I just have this inclination that there's something on it that we can still glean from that we might be missing. So I have a feeling we should look at winter, but let's go to a different category. I have a feeling we should look at our 2-year El Nino forecast because we haven't done that yet. Wow, this is an interesting chart. So here we have current on the left, and then all the way to the right we have March, April, April, and May of 2027. So we have the spring of 2027. So what this is saying is we're going to have an El Nino all the way until fall of next year, 2027, where it transitions to more of a neutral phase. Okay, so we're currently in an El Nino stage, and it's really forecasted by this model as well, coming into agreement with the other forecasts I've been showing you and telling you about, even my own, is that we're heading towards a very strong El Nino. I got to re-emphasize this point because it's important. The thing is, with a strong El Nino, that tends to just put a lot of warm air into the air, especially above it and below it, because you're getting into the equatorial Pacific, which is like the powerhouse of energy. So it's kind of like if you have if you have 0.01 energy, let's just label it as energy, in a certain vicinity of 200 miles in the North Pole, and you have 0.01 energy in a vicinity of 200 miles in the equatorial Pacific, the equatorial Pacific has more, let's just say, punch to it because it's more dense. It's more compacted. It's more pound for pound is the word I'm looking for. So, you look at athletes, you look at some who are very muscular, but they don't have strength with them because they're not pound for pound muscle. That's kind of what I'm referring to here. When you get energy concentrated in the equatorial Pacific, especially warm energy, that's like a global powerhouse of energy. That's a force of nature. Okay, so I digress, and now I'm going to talk about why. Again, going back to the main subject, when you get an El Nino, that really just lights up the atmosphere with tremendous amounts of moisture and warmth all around. So that's why it's hard to get a cold winter with a very strong El Nino. Not an El Nino, a strong El Nino, okay? That's why this winter is going to be very interesting in terms of the uniqueness of the forecast and the setup of the winter. Because I believe, but I can't be positive, that this will be a Mordecai El Nino. Let's take a look at our Mordecai forecast just to get that relief off our breath and our chest to see, okay, do we have a good chance of this happening? Can I just rest easy on this? And yes, you can. Because this is the ensemble, entire forecast. Not one single member does not have a Mordecai El Nino forecasted. So that's very incredible. Because usually with a strong El Nino, it just overpowers the whole signal of the ocean, and you just get a whole clump of warm water. But with this El Nino, if we get a Mordecai, that would be quite a signal, really, because I just don't know or recall if that's ever happened before. I haven't really studied every major El Nino out there, but I have a good chunk of knowledge of the ones that have occurred, such as the El Nino of 1997, 98. That just left us in the USA with a very warm winter. So again, this temperature forecast makes sense. We'll go back to our temperature forecast, humid air temperature anomalies. It looks like this, and for good reason. We have a Mordecai. And even though this doesn't look like a Mordecai, sometimes our eyes deceive us in the models. We can't always articulate what that particular color is distinctly signifying. So that's why we have our other charts, like the flow chart I just showed you, which is indicating, yes, this is a Mordecai. So again, different tools, different assets to keep us balanced here in the weather department. But again, this is predicting a bunch of cold air. It's like an oddity. It's an extremity. It's like an enigma of a winter, if you will. But yeah. So just to get you involved in what's happening in the pattern a little bit. But this winter should be really fun. It should be really cold and really snowy. I have a good feeling about it. Much less based off the research I've been doing about it. I just have a good feeling that we're in for a pretty good winter. Cold and snowy, and the whole cahoots about that. So, alright guys, thank y'all for watching. Make sure to like, to subscribe, to share my content for more long-range weather content. Thank you all. Have a good evening, good Tuesday evening. Wish my mom happy birthday. Send her some love. And have a great night.